Charity, wisdom, patience, and humility. Each year, the YMCA of the Kanawha Valley attributes the admonition of St. Francis to an individual in the valley whose life personifies the spirit of giving. The 2024 Spirit of the Valley is Diane Strong Treister.
My mom is a fighter. She's got a lot of heart and ambition, but more than anything, she's got a lot of drive and energy.
She is spirited, would be a word that comes to mind. Spirited, energetic, always doing something, always in movement.
I think she's just a very hardworking, motivated person. She likes to give her best effort. She's super energetic. She likes to do a really good job. She likes to do things herself. You'll see her out on the weekends doing her own yard because she likes to do it. Like, she's very hardworking, and she likes to give her best effort and work hard.
Diane Strong Treister is a West Virginian by choice. She came to the Kanawha Valley by way of Wilkesville, Ohio, a town of maybe 200 people, about 20 miles west of Pomeroy. Her father, Harley, was a local mortician, and her mother, Althea, owned a beauty shop. There were 3 children in the family, boys Bill and Donley, followed by Diane, who was born on February 19, 1957. On the night of her parents' 19th wedding anniversary, tragedy struck. Harley died in a car accident, leaving Althea to raise 3 children on her own. Diane was a freshman in high school, and because money was tight, she started working after school at a local gas station that also sold groceries. It was hard to make ends meet on a beautician's salary, but Diane says they were rich enough for designer clothes. Her mom designed and made all Diane's clothes. In high school, she was a cheerleader, a member of the National Honor Society, and was crowned Miss Vinton County. She graduated in 1975, but college wasn't an option. Instead, she started working as the administration secretary at Buckeye Hills Career Center, where she worked for 5 years. When a copier salesperson bragged about an incentive trip he'd won to the Bahamas, Diane thought, "I'm in the wrong business." Months later, she applied for a job at A.B. Dick Quorum, selling word processors. 40 people applied for the job. Diane nailed the interview and began a very successful career in sales. 5 years later, she met Lauren Treister, who owned a local franchise for Manpower, headquartered in Charleston. They married on October 20th, 1984. He was 36, she was 27. The plan was that she'd continue to work for Quorum. But that changed when she was told as a newlywed that they wanted her to relocate and open a new office in Wheeling. Instead, she went into commercial real estate, working on the leasing team for Laidley Tower. When she started, it was 52% leased. When she left to give birth to her firstborn, Zach, it was 98% leased. As she says, she worked herself out of a job. She was a stay-at-home mom for 4 months and found it didn't suit her. So Lauren said, "Come work for me, part-time." Only a few months later, Diane ramped up to full-time and began opening new territories for the firm. With one in tow and a second one on the way, she opened the Bridgeport office. Then, with 2 kids and a babysitter, she opened Morgantown. With 2 kids and a third one on the way, Parkersburg. Later, Taze Valley, Ravenswood, and Prestonsburg, Kentucky. She and Lauren were a formidable and very successful team at work and at home with their 3 children. Friday nights were family night out. They owned Table 3 at Tidewater. In 1995, Diane began noticing odd things about Lauren. Moments when he'd get a glazed look and was just off, not himself. An MRI revealed why. Lauren had a brain tumor. It was large and lethal. Mayo Clinic said it was inoperable, but Diane found a specialist who was willing to try. 3 days before Christmas, Diane and Lauren left the kids, now 8, 7, and 4, with her mom and flew to Boston for surgery at Mass General. It was a lonely Christmas, apart from the kids. After surgery, the family was reunited in Boston. For a month and a half, the family of 5 lived in a 2-bedroom apartment while Lauren took his treatments and Diane juggled the demands of a sick husband, 3 kids, 2 of whom needed now to be homeschooled, and running a multi-million-dollar business solo.
She's given more than any one person. Given challenges more than any one person should have to have. And yet, she's resilient not in a way of walking out and forgetting. She's resilient in that walking through.
Lauren underwent more surgeries, had seizures, and ultimately suffered partial paralysis. Lauren needed 24/7 care. So did the business, and so did the kids. Somehow, she managed. Lauren passed 22 months after his diagnosis.
My mom was dealt a really unfavorable and unexpected card when she found out that our father, her husband, had a brain tumor. At that point, my mom had been involved in the business for 10 years, and she'd been heavily invested, and she was very much in a key leadership executive role. But I don't think she was ever expecting to take on the business by herself. I think it was always something that she and my father had intended to do together as a team. And when he got sick, she was kind of dealt with raising 3 small kids, all under the age of 10, running probably the largest staffing company in our region.
Diane found strength and support from her mom, who had also raised 3 kids on her own. She built the Manpower franchise into a powerhouse and became a national leader.
She's always willing to engage, and she's always willing to learn. And so I think that is one of the key mindset differences between many people who have been in business for 37 years. Diane is always keen to learn new things about business, about the world, about her people. And that growth mindset really makes her stand out.
When son, Adam's soccer team, needed a coach, Diane stepped up, despite not knowing the game.
She was the first female coach in the West Side soccer history. She got on the board, she got real involved, made sure everything we needed for the kids to have a great time was available to them. Just a wonderful coach, and learned as she went, and her team was very successful, very good team.
All 3 kids were soccer players, and Lauren had been a coach too. So the first project the family did in honor of Lauren was a soccer field. The Lauren A. Treister Field at Cato Park is one of many projects supported by the Strong Treister Family Foundation. They also funded the mural that's at the field. Another family project is the tool room at the Kanawha County Public Library. When Diane heard that the athletes at West Virginia State University needed transportation, the foundation provided a bus. Around this valley are many more examples of their generosity. Diane has served in leadership roles for numerous boards: Mountain State Young Presidents Organization, West Virginia Manufacturing Association, the Buckskin Council, Rotary, Charleston Urban Renewal, and the Charleston Area Alliance, to name just a few. She's also a past president of the Association of Manpower Franchise Owners of North America.
I think if you ask her, she'll say that she's lived a very fortunate life, and I think by giving back to the community, it's a way to give back to the community that's helped her succeed. And I don't think she'd be where she was without the state of West Virginia, without the city of Charleston, and it's a way to, I think, take some things that matter to her and are meaningful to her and to kind of give that back to the community.
What's really nice about working for my mom, which has been a real big surprise, is just how invested she is into the community and how much she cares about the other businesses and the individuals and the users, the community members, the small business owners that need our HR services.
She is unrelentingly energetic with all things. I'd say that is the universal quality that I think streams through everything, is that she is extremely energetic. She puts maximum effort into anything that she does, and she just puts her best effort into anything.
Diane has always put an effort in to go all out in soccer and in other organizations that she's been involved in. She just says she doesn't like to mess around. Let's get it done. So she has that go-get-it attitude.
The YMCA is proud to honor this year's Spirit of the Valley, Diane Strong Treister.